In today's video, you will learn how to connect Elastic Email with WordPress using mail opt-in. So we're on the Elastic Email dashboard, and the first thing we'll need to do here is configure our API keys. So let's head over to Settings, then create additional API key. I'm going to name this opt-in to keep it simple. And let's also grant full access permissions. Let's click on Create in the top, and then we should see our API key. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. I'll go back to WordPress. Now under Mail Opt-in, I'm going to click on Integrations. And here we just need to find Elastic Email. Once we found it, we can click on Configure and enter our API key. I'll save my changes. And now to test out our integration, we'll need to create an opt-in campaign. So we'll click on Opt-in Campaigns on the left-hand side of the screen, then Add New. We need to name this. I'm going to call it Elastic, again, to keep it simple. I'll select a template, and that will open up the opt-in builder. So here we have a preview of our opt-in on the right-hand side. We have our settings on the left. For example, if you go to the Design tab, we can make changes to our opt-in's width. In addition to that, we can add a display effect using this drop-down menu. We can select one. We can also configure our colors and add custom CSS. If you want to, you can click on an element on the opt-in's preview to open its settings on the left. So here we have our headline settings. We can hide it, and we can also configure its text, font, and colors. Right now, I'm editing the form field simply by clicking on the element in the preview. Over here, we can see that we can use custom HTML. Just paste the code here. We can also decide to use only a call to action button. That button can be customized using these options. If we use the standard fields, we'll see a list of them here. Here's the name field. We can choose to hide it. We can also edit its title, colors, background, and so on. We can also make it required. And right below this, we have our email field, which is required by default. It cannot be hidden either. And we can also add a custom field. The button for the standard fields is also customizable. For example, here I can change the button's label to just subscribe. I can also change the background color to red. You can also change the font and add a custom URL. Now, if we go back, we'll take a look at the configuration tab, and here we can choose to hide the close button. We can disable the escape key. We can close the overlay on click. And here we have a list of sound effects that we can choose from. Here we have our cookie duration options. And right below this, we have an option to remove mail opt-in's branding. If it's turned on, you'll be able to set an affiliate link. Okay, so we're going to move on now to the integrations tab. And there we can choose to keep our leads inside of mail opt-in only. However, today we are going to set up a new integration. And we'll use this drop-down menu to select Elastic Email from this list. It should be right at the bottom, right here. Next, we'll select the email list, which is blog subscriber in my case. And that's it for the integrations tab. So let's move back. We're going to go to after conversion. And these options basically determine what happens after a lead converts. So once again, we're going to keep the default settings and move back to the final tab, which is display rules. And these options determine when the opt-in shows up. So in our case, we're going to use the after X seconds option. And X in our case could be about 4 seconds or maybe less. It could be about 3. Okay, I think that's fine. So we can now go ahead and save our changes. We'll also turn on the opt-in and then close the opt-in builder. Now we can finally go ahead and test out our opt-in. So I'm going to visit the website. And we'll wait 3 seconds. As soon as it pops up, we can begin entering our information here. So I'll just enter some random information and click on subscribe. Shortly, we'll see our success message. Here it is. So we can now go over to Elastic Email and verify that that lead was transferred over. Right now, we're in the audience tab in Elastic Email, and we'll need to head over to our email list. So I'm going to click on lists. Now we only have one, which is blog subscriber. So if we click on it, we'll see our lead, which is right here. All right, so this is how you integrate Elastic Email with WordPress using mail opt-in. Thank you for watching and see you next time.